Hello my friends, and welcome to another fucking episode of Aggressive Pogo here in the Ultra League, featuring a very fucking meta team with Swampert, actually a purified Swampert, which I don't have return on. I think when I made the Swampert, I didn't even know about shadows or what they were or why, or if they were stronger or what was going on, but I purified this one just because I wanted a Swampert. And I probably should have left the shadow at the time, but it is whatever. I didn't know what I was doing, so don't fucking judge me, alright? I see you with your fucking flip-flops judging me. Anyway, bringing in Cresselia as well and Walrein. This team was so good. The coverage is amazing. Cresselia's a tank. Walrein's a tank. Swampert could take a pretty decent hit in the Ultra League. Of course, not against stuff like Grass Knot, but this team is fucking good. And I win 4-1 every single set. I couldn't get 5 wins for some reason, but I think like 3-4 sets in a row I went 4-1. I actually have like 20 matches for you guys, but I just chose the best 6 videos or the best 6 battles and put it in this. I didn't want to make a long video. I feel like everybody's attention span is way too short to be making 30 fucking minute videos. No one's watching that. No one's sitting down for 30 fucking minutes of their day and watching Pokemon. And if you are, then check out my older videos. I have some 15-minute ones, but this one is going to be a little shorter. It's going to be 1 full set and a bonus battle. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, this team did very well. Highly recommend you guys trying them. Of course, all with Legacy Move, Grass Knot, Cresselia, Icicle Spear, and Powder Snow, Walrein, and Hydro Cannon Swampert. You have to have the right moveset for this to work out very well. Into a Melmetal. You love to fucking see it. I'm probably going to bait the Earthquake. My opponent can throw anything and it won't do too much. Of course, Superpower and Bounce as expected. Going straight for the Earthquake to do some big chip damage on this Umbreon. And it doesn't even do much, man. Umbreon is such a fucking savage. Bringing in the Walrein instead of the Moonblast Cresselia, because I don't want to get hit by spamming foul plays. I just don't think that's going to work out for me very well. And so in this case, I feel like I could either farm all the way down, or I could just throw right here and then just come out with some extra energy. We're down a shield at the... Oh, we're not down a shield at the moment. And yep, I expect the Melmetal to come back in. I try to catch a Rock Slide. My opponent holds out, gets to another Superpower, and is probably going to bounce right away. But he has a Talonflame in the back, and there's absolutely nowhere for this Talonflame to go. Surviving 1 Hydro Cannon, throwing perfect timing as soon as my opponent gets to another move. And I decide to shield this. I really want to get that last shield, or just get rid of this Talonflame in general. Over farming like crazy, getting to another Hydro Cannon. Does my opponent respect it? And he does, using his last shield. Gonna take my Swampert out. But ladies and gentlemen, I should be able to farm down with Walrein. And I'm able to. I'm almost able to. My opponent swaps out for the Melmetal. And I'm able to get the Earthquake, farm down with the Cresselia, which we didn't even use in that match. And that is a G to that opponent. These 6 matches were pretty good, I'm telling you. I chose these for a reason. Swampert into Swampert. Going for the Hydro Cannon first. I believe I won CMP, and I did. Now I have to keep that in mind for the future CMP ties. Throwing 1 extra Mud Shot, letting my opponent throw his Hydro Cannon. I'm getting to my second one. Does he shield? And he does. And now I know I win CMP, so I throw my Hydro Cannon as soon as I get it at the same time as him. My opponent uses his last shield, and now we can just let this go and bring in the Walrein. But I bring in the Cresselia instead. Okay, very interesting. Going for the Grass Knot before my opponent gets to an Earthquake. And he swapped out, catches it onto a Cobalion. But this is perfect because our Walrein does not want to see this Cobalion. So this works out very well. Going for the first Moonblast, hoping I get the debuff as well. And I don't. Not that it matters. Cresselia is very tanky. And these Stone Edges are just not going to do enough. It's going to take 3 Stone Edges at least, which is absolutely fucking nuts. But Cresselia is the truth. If you don't have one, you are tripping. You need one. Shielding the Hydro Cannon. And I should be able to farm this Swampert down. Go for the Earthquake up against the Cobalion in the back. My opponent still has his third Mon, bringing in the Cobalion right away. Doesn't have much health. This Icicle Spear should be enough, and it is. What does he have in the back? He has a Walrein. And we're going to go for the Earthquake, and I'm hoping my opponent overfarms. That way we can chip a little more. I think we have a Grass Knot on the Cresselia. We'll just have to wait and see, but it's a CMP tie as well. My opponent throwing some fucking energy. Cresselia is going to come in, and this should just be an Icicle Spear, and it is, and we survive it, no fucking problem. Getting to the Grass Knot, my opponent has no shields, and that is a G fucking G. Let's go. If you guys are enjoying this content, please smash that like button. It really fucking helps me out, so don't be a fucking wimp and fucking smash the like button. Come on, help a brother out. Come on. Cresselia into Haxorus, which we are seeing a lot of these. As I said in my prior video, these things are going to be all over the place. And for Ultra League, I think it works out very well, actually. The counter is just a great fast move. It's a little bulkier because it's in the Ultra League, and the coverage with Night Slash is pretty good as well. Breaking Swipe is a fucking amazing move that auto debuffs every time, so I think it just works out very well. My opponent using a shield and swapping out the Clefairy or the Clefable should be able to tank this Meteor Mash, and I can just spam these Icicle Spears out. No need for me to go for Earthquake, even though, you know, it'll probably one-shot or get close to one-shotting. It's a non-stab move, so it probably won't. No need to. And the Haxorus is coming in, and now I can shield here, get off the last Icicle Spear, probably get my opponent's shield. On top of that, the Powder Snows are doing a decent amount of damage, so we should be able to get him pretty low, almost into the red, bringing in the Cresselia to soak up whatever energy this bitch throws. And I'm on the Swampert, and I have Hydro Cannons. I can't speak English. Throwing the first Hydro Cannon, and he has a Swampert in the back. I'm going for my second Hydro Cannon. My opponent has 0 shield. I'm able to land it, and I'm using my last shield. This is all I got left, and I'm hoping that I can win this match, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to. I was up a shield and up energy, though, and I sneak a mud shot through. Is this Hydro Cannon enough? And it isn't, and we get the win. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? What an insane battle. Walrein into Swampert, you hate to see it. I'm bringing in my own Walrein, and my opponent swaps out into a Muck, and this is perfect. Earthquake straight into the Muck, no baiting, hit him for like 80% of his health, and my opponent is fucking regretting it. Going for a Thunder Punch, but it's a non-stab move and non-shadow. Going for the farm down, and I'm just going to shield here, come out with a lot of energy, which is perfect. My opponent is bringing in his Walrein. I'm going straight for the Earthquake, and he lets it through, which is perfect. We desperately need that chip damage. Banking an Icicle Spear, bringing in the Cresselia. My opponent has a Charizard in the back, which was exactly what I expected. I wanted to draw out the Charizard or the Flyer, whatever it was in the back, with Cresselia, and I was able to do just that. And I can tank these moves, hit him with like at least 2 Moonblasts, hopefully get a debuff and all. Charizard's already in the red, not using any fucking shields, confusing the shit out of me. I don't know what he's doing. And I could probably bring in the Walrein here. I decide to try to farm down. That doesn't work out. Using my last shield, my opponent still has 2 shields. Going for the Earthquake. My opponent thinks it's going to be an Icicle Spear, and he calls it incorrectly. Let's fucking go. Trying to flex a 2-shield win on me, but that did not fucking work out, and this opponent is very upset, and that's basically a G fucking G. Charizard can't do shit. Walrein's going to come in, close out, and that's a G fucking G. Yo, what? These matches were insane. This team is so good. Grass Knot Cresselia, most likely, so I'm swapping out into my own Cresselia. It's debatable with Walrein as well because he's going to have the Grass Knots and we don't want to get hit by that. But my opponent's staying in anyway, and this is fucking perfect. So we're just going to stay right here. We're switch locked anyway. I'll be going for Moonblast after Moonblast, trying to debuff it. My opponent's choosing to go for Grass Knots, which is perfectly fine with me. I really want to lower my opponent's attack. It will give me a huge advantage, and I'm able to do just that. And now my opponent's still going for Grass Knots. And now, since I've already debuffed my opponent, I'm going to go for the less energy move. Grass Knot coming through, landing, getting to another Grass Knot, but my opponent wins CMP. And he's finally throwing a Moonblast, hoping to get a debuff, but he doesn't. Grass Knot coming through. Does he respect it? And he doesn't. And now it's a race, and I'm able to get to the Grass Knot. My opponent over farms. Oh, he catches it on a Cobalion, but I'm able to bring in the Swampert, and my opponent is switch locked. Sacred Swords are not going to do enough, and Stone Edges definitely ain't going to do enough. So Swampert's basically got this Cobalion on smash. Should have farmed up to the Earthquake here, but I went straight for the Hydro Cannon just to chip away because these Mud Shots are going to do a decent amount of damage. Thinking I could shield farm down. My opponent knows it, and he's bringing in his own Swampert. I'm going straight for the Earthquake. Does he respect it? He does not. Bringing in Wall Raids, a hard counter this motherfucker, and absolutely RPS. There's nowhere for this opponent to go. Shielding the Earthquake correctly, and I have no shields now. My opponent just settling for the Hydro Cannon. I'm able to farm all the way down. What happens next? Oh my god. Going for the Icicle Spear up against the Cresselia that just came in. My opponent actually uses a shield. This is probably a Grass Knot, and it is not enough to take me out. Brings in the Cobalion, has energy, takes out the Wall Rain. I had so much energy on that Wall Rain, and it all went to waste. Catching the move on Cresselia, so I can farm down the Cobalion and throw a move. And that is a G fucking G. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.